Hey, Becky. Hello, hello. Welcome. It's a gorgeous day out here today. Hey, Nikki. And it's really windy out here. Hey, Katrina. Really windy out here, so I apologize. It got windy in the last hour, of course. But it's a beautiful day and the humidity is super low, so I will take it. Hey, Smiling Mike. Welcome. Hey, Dreamer. Thanks for coming. Hey, Jennifer. Thank you. It does sound windy. Hey, Kelly. I know, I'm like trying to block it. I'm like, I don't think this is going to work very well, but I'll try because I left my little sock at home. I had to wash it. So, hey, Blanca. Yeah, I really wanted to do a live. The last live I did was at the 1700 cemetery, but let me tell you something, you guys. Go watch it on YouTube. Take screenshots. Actually, a lot of people caught some amazing stuff in that cemetery. I caught a child with pigtails and a cape. It looks like she's wearing a cape, just standing there. And that cemetery is very well known for children, and I had said that on the live. I'll post some pictures from there probably by the weekend. So let me tell you something. Go watch it. It's only 24 minutes, but there's so much stuff in there. It was crazy. But today, since I was in Florida, I've been the traveling woman. I decided to come back to my favorite place and do a little bit of a live here. I start a new job tomorrow, so I don't know when my next live will be. So hopefully the weekend, if the weather holds out, because it's supposed to pour. I swear I brought it up from Florida. It poured every day when I was in Florida. So, but let's get started. It's actually a really nice energy here today. Like super light energy. Very talkative. Very talkative. Nothing bad. Matter of fact, I think they're willing to speak with us here today. There's really not that many people in here visiting, which is even perfect, because I don't like to interrupt them. But definitely hit that follow button, hit that like button. If you have questions, my moderators will pin them. Unless I'm in the sun, I will see them if they pin it. All right? I am in the center of Connecticut. But I will not tell you exactly where I'm at for safety reasons. I am using Ghost to Vox, V-O-X. It's an app, Spirit Box app. It's a digital app. It works beautifully for me. And I do have medium capabilities, so I'm able to see, feel, hear spirits. And no, I do not do readings. I do not do readings for people. My love is in the cemeteries. So the rules here are, if I stay in one spot for a little while, like more than like a couple seconds, take a screenshot, study that screenshot, because you will see what I'm seeing. And if you want, if you get some really good screenshots, send them over to me at ctghostrunner@gmail.com. My mods will pin that for you. I'm finally catching up with all my screenshots from the previous lives. I'm loving them so much. You guys do an excellent job. If you have questions, again, my mods will pin them. Yeah, if you don't recognize this, if you recognize where I'm at, if you say where I'm at, you will be automatically blocked. No questions asked. It's a safety issue. I value my safety. I don't need people coming up to me in a cemetery other than the dead. That I will invite. Normal people, absolutely not.
Water.
You want water? If you hear something on the spirit box super clear, put them in quotations or put quotations there so we know that you're not being a troll. Hello, who's with me? Right now I have 5 people with me. I have 2 women, 3 men. Who wants... I'm getting goosebumps on my back. Who wants to come over and speak with me? I can hear you. Don't be afraid. I'm not going to hurt you. They will speak super fast on the spirit box, and it is sometimes very hard to hear. Now, take a screenshot of that because there's a face showing up in that right now, in that reality ripple. You might have to take multiple screenshots, but you will see a face forming. It is a man's face. Yeah, you'll be able to hear some. Sometimes you will also hear the radio breakthrough because the way a spirit box works, it will scan through radio stations very quickly. So you will hear radio breakthrough. It's absolutely normal. Who wants to come over and speak with me? I had a gentleman when I first put it on, Spanish gentleman, who said, Buenos dias. So my limited Spanish was, ¿Cómo está? Me llamo Linda. And that was the end of that. But at least I knew what he was saying. I'm in Connecticut. Oh, you're in Nashville. There you go. Ooh, thank you, Gigi. Got my superpowers out. Who's with me right now? Who's in front of me? There's somebody in those bushes over there. They're hiding. Well, when you're speaking with spirits and whatnot and you're asking questions, you have to look for patterns in the answers if it's relevant to what you've asked. Now, it may not. Somebody just called my name over there. I heard it. It's a woman's voice. You have to listen to the pattern. So if it fits what you're asking, then that's a spirit. They may not answer. They may take a longer time to answer you because it takes a ton of energy to speak. And they will only let you know sometimes what they want you to know, not necessarily what you're asking them. It's very spotty to actually hear and answer exactly to what you asked. You exist? Yes, you do exist. And I can hear you. And I can see you.
Go.
They do want to communicate. And if they don't want to talk to you, they'll say move, leave. They'll let you know. And so before I even hear this or see this in the comments, it's okay if you walk on the graves. All right? I haven't had a spirit say, get the hell off my grave yet. And, you know, you have to mow the lawn too, so they're going to go over it. So there's no sacrilege against walking on a grave. You have to be careful because these stones are fragile. So I don't like to touch them too much. Yeah, but the spirits will let you know when they want to talk or don't talk. And they, let them be at peace. They'll be at peace. If they don't want to talk to you, they'll move on. But a lot of them want to talk.
And tradition.
I had a spirit say one time, I asked if the family visited. And you heard no. And then you heard, but they used to.
And
Maria and Mr. G, go follow Strange, Bizarre, and Unexplained. They are out of Australia. They do a more historical aspect to their cemetery walks. Their stuff is awesome. I highly recommend them. Go follow them now. And granted, they're, 14 hours ahead of us? Well, at least on the East Coast here. But I always try finding them and getting on their lives. I've been to Union Cemetery in Easton multiple times. It's quite the experience there. Quite the experience. I would love to go back there. I might get back there in August. And I definitely want to go back to Stepney Cemetery where the Warrens are buried because we got some great apparitions there. Oh my gosh. Who wants to come forward and speak? You don't have to if you don't want to. I'm okay with that.
I did.
You did. What is your name? Hi, Mitchell. You know what? You came and spoke to me when I first got out of the car.
I'm poor.
You're poor. Why are you poor? There's also a Maurice here. Maurice introduced himself to me. Hi, who's this? Ooh, you're on my left right now. You touched my shoulder. You touched my shoulder. Yeah, somebody just lightly touched my shoulder. Very gentle. Nothing mean. I'm using the Reality Ripple filter. And sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. But let me tell you something. About 80% of the time, it picks up stuff. I have some stuff on my TikTok of faces actually coming through that Reality Ripple. Who's speaking over here? There's two men speaking over here. Up. Well, we can help them by letting them know that they can go through the light. But again, and I've said this on numerous lives, they have free will. They can go if they want. If they feel they need to go, they will go. But I always try to remind them to always try to go to the light. Always, say a prayer, send some good vibes to them. Let them know that it's okay. Because a lot of times they're kind of stuck here because of their own doing. And what I mean by that, and I don't mean it maliciously, they will have issues that they had in their life that they don't feel worthy enough to go through the light. Some of them have had such traumatic deaths that they don't even know that they're dead.
Bunnies.
And yeah, bunnies.
Test it.
Who saw the bunnies? Bunnies. Wait a minute. Are you over by the bunnies?
Yeah.
Yep. I just said yeah.
Going.
You're going? Sacred Heart Cemetery, no. I'm slowly making my way around Connecticut. Now, keep your eyes peeled because the area that I'm going into, there is a golden retriever. He guards his two owners who are buried over here. We heard the dog. I've had a picture of the dog sent to me. Service dog Daisy, hey, hey, hey. Thank you for joining.
At some point.
I gotta watch where I'm walking. There's some divots and they haven't cut the grass here in a little bit. Who's over here? What is your name? Hi, Joe. And yeah, sometimes I will hear them wrong on there. And I'm sure they get frustrated with me. That's okay. Are they really in Ohio Valley? Well, I do have to visit a friend out in Ohio. So I will definitely have to add that to my list. Hi. Who's this? You're behind me, aren't you? You're hiding. Hey, I hear you.
Mom and Dad.
Mom and Dad? Now, we had fun things around this tree happen. I don't know if anybody's going to show themselves clear today. We might catch some glimpses on screenshots. But everybody's feeling a little shy today. You? They just said me. Don't be shy. Because every time I turn and look at them, boom, they hide. No, they don't need gifts to move on. You can bring gifts for them. I've heard numerous things.
Ice cream.
Ice cream. You want ice cream? Yeah, you can leave gifts if you want to. My hands are already full with all the stuff I bring, so. But I always say a silent prayer for everybody. Now you will see some flashes of light. That's from the sun hitting the camera, so I apologize for that. But yeah, I mean, if you look, they'll dart behind trees, and you'll see like a million faces in bushes and trees. Holla holla. I love that. I love when they put their personality on the stone. So you get a little glimpse of how that person was in life. And let me tell you something. I've encountered a lot of bullies doing this kind of work. And what they are in life is what they're going to be in death. So once a bully, they will bully until they kind of decide, hey, I can't do this anymore. Spirits can be stuck on Earth. There's billions of them. And they're stuck here, like I said, traumatic deaths. They don't know they're dead. They have lessons they need to learn. I've heard that before. I have a lesson, but they won't tell me what lesson it is. I've also heard that they're burning in hell. So, I don't know what religion you guys are. Don't really care to know. I'm not a big religious person. But it kind of gives you some inner workings to how that spirit is. So I find a lot of the ones that say, I'm burning, I'm in hell, that's more of like a Catholic type upbringing, if that makes sense. You can help them cross over. Always say a prayer. I really sometimes... Hi, Pat. Where are you, Pat? Expert, yeah. Say a prayer. Talk to them. Let them know, hey, you know what? It's okay. It's okay to go. And like I said, again, free will, they may not want to go. And that's okay. They'll go in their own time. And there's a lot of people that cross over as soon as they die. Boom, they go right into the light. It's hard to talk to only one. Sometimes you will get one that will talk a lot to you. But remember, their time does not exist like our time. It takes a lot of energy for them to speak to us. A lot of energy. There's a lot of times they will use my energy, and it makes me extremely exhausted after a walk. They will use my electronics. Who's in front of me? Who wants to come over and speak? Do you want me to come closer? No? Okay. How many of you are here? Now, y'all have to understand something too, okay? And this is a very hard concept. It's a very hard concept for people to wrap their heads around. And it took me a long time to realize this. Spirits, they're in a different form of energy than we are. We can only fit one of us, two if we're lucky, in a 1-by-1 space. You feel me? I feel you. Ooh, you're touching my right hand, aren't you? And I came and put the reality ripple on. Hi. Who's the young kid that's here? Now, there are multiple kids here today. You'll hear them sometimes come through, but sometimes you won't because they have adult protectors. Especially in here, they have adult protectors. Hey. Well, anyway, back to the space and time thing. So we can fit one, maybe two of us into a 1-foot-by-1-foot space. You can fit tens of thousands of spirits in a 1-foot-by-1-foot space because it's energy. All right. So I always like to ask that question. Sometimes they'll tell you how many are here, and they'll come up with an off-the-wall number like 1,000. Yeah, because there are 1,000 spirits in one area. Because their energy is so much different from ours. We have a physical body. They don't. Right. See? What's your name, sir? Why am I getting John? Is there a John here? Actually, that's a dumb question because there's 7 of them here right now. 7 Johns in this area around here. So John is such a common name, not unusual.
On that call.
I think that app is it's like $14.99 for the year, which gives you unlimited storage, and you can play with the synthesizer portion of it to get clearer responses. It's a steal, let me tell you. Yeah, so there'll be times they'll be like, oh yeah, there's like 1,000, there's like 2,000, like some off the wall number. I'm like, okay. In my house one time they said there was 10,000. I was like, fantastic.
I did.
It can take a.
It is here. Who just laughed? It goes to Vox, Vox.
My location.
And here's a funny story. So I was here in between trips on a Sunday, and I told my friend Nikki, I'm like, I'm gonna go do a session. Okay, great. So I came here, and I'm up that way, all right? Don't you know, there was a funeral on a Sunday, an interment of cremated remains. there had to be about 50 cars that came into that area, and I was like, oh my God, what is going on right now? And I had such a hard time getting out of that area that I completely lost my mojo. I was like, yeah, okay, I'm done. I'm going to go home now. I was so upset too because they wanted to talk with me. I was like, really? Always Callie Bear. Hello, welcome. Oh yeah, there's kids playing right now. But if you look really close, there's 4 adults around those kids. And they're all females. Oh, here's a really cool story for you guys. So I'm down in Florida, and I really wanted to do some lives down there, but it was pouring every day. And I had my mother-in-law. My poor mother-in-law is going to be 78 years old, and she's a very conservative woman, but she knows I do all this kind of work and whatnot. So she was curious. So we drove down to Sebastian, and we went to her parents' grave and her husband's parents' graves down there. Beautiful cemetery, very well maintained. And so I told her, I said, look, because she was kind of intrigued by the whole spirit box thing and everything. She goes, are they talking to you? I said, yes, they are. So she thought that was really cool.
To calibrate.
But I digress. So I told her, I said, go ahead, go up to your parents' grave. I'm going to walk the cemetery. She goes, all right, I'll meet you up there. Now, keep in mind, it's like 100 degrees out and sun's out for a brief period of time. The humidity's like, 1,000%. I'm like, let me walk up. So as I'm walking, I had asked who's next to me, and I heard the name, and it was a young male adult, a young male person who said it's Boz, B-O-Z. I stopped dead in my tracks, and I'm like, did you just say Boz? So, little backstory. So, my nephew was 5 years younger than me, and when he was 20 years old, he unalived himself. And it took weeks for them to find him, and he was in a hot attic. I'll let you go from there. So, I have not heard from this kid. I have not seen this kid. I have nothing. He would not come to me. So I don't know why in over 30 years he would not come to me. So I was in Pennsylvania the weekend before. Now this is where that kid had passed away. And my daughter says to me, she goes, you brought him with you. He knew you were there. And he came with me to Florida. Do you know, I can feel his presence now. 30 some odd years later, he's finally contacting me. But I thought that was the wildest thing ever because it stopped me dead in my tracks. I have not heard that name in 30 some odd years. I'm using GhostTube Vox, V-O-X. I tell you, well, you know what? If you're into the GhostTube Vox is a great app to start with. Play with it, get used to it. Don't show fear when you're using it. You can also get yourself a REM detector or a EMF detector. This is the one I have. Really simple. Gets the job done.
Of course.
I said, of course. You start off with that. Get used to doing it. Get used to what you're listening to. Get used to what you want to ask. Again, show no fear. And once you start getting used to it, then you can start playing with other equipment. Don't start off right away and get like thousands of dollars worth of equipment because guess what? You're not going to use about half of it. Yeah, use your phone. That's what I do. Well, I'm also at the advantage that I am a medium as well, so I don't need a whole lot of equipment, but I know it looks good. You know what I mean? But it is fun to see it every now and then. I just started using a digital voice recorder And I actually used it for the first time in Gettysburg. Let me tell you something. We caught some excellent stuff on there. We caught gunshots. We caught musket shots being fired, like in a battle. It sounded like fireworks. We had a man who was a soldier playing with that EMF detector I showed you. And he actually said, "Help me, please." I mean, it took me a little bit to really go over that recording. So that was really cool.
No.
Yeah, I love the whole digital voice recorder thing, but I'll know when they'll okay, I know it sounds weird, but I'll know if they want to use it or not. So you can't really, like, today it's energetic, there's a lot of spirits around, but they're just happy being here doing whatever they're doing. Like, if I pulled it out, we won't get anything on there.
Of not using.
But man, let me tell you something. Gettysburg was incredible. Incredible. I can't wait to go back next year.
An entity.
No.
How many are in front of me right now?
They go.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Erica.
Hi, Erica.
Get the.
Yours is correct.
It's, if you take a screenshot, you will see the blurriness around it. Any blurriness that you see is our spirits. A lot of people don't believe that, but you'll see a lot. You'll see a lot come through. You'll see a lot of faces. Oh, in this whole area, there's got to be, counting, probably about 10 right now. Oh no, one of the stones fell over. Am I gonna sit? I can sit if you want me to.
You in.
I did say prior to going live that I do not want them using my body. I do not want to feel their emotions. I don't feel like dealing with that tonight. Oh, there's so much here. So much here. Oh, look at the little dog.
Looking for our.
Look at that. Look how cute. Oh my gosh. Now, right now I'm being told do not come down to that area. The area that's across the street there is primarily a Muslim area, and I'm being told not to go down into there. They're having prayer. Okay.
Young teeth.
So we will. I was gonna go down there, but no, not every grave has a spirit. Some spirits will stay with their bodies, much like they'll stay in a house or they'll stay in a hotel or whatever they were, because they're attached to that place. Some of them are attached to their bodies here. No different. And then you have a lot of transient spirits as well.
Birds.
There's birds. Yes, there's birds.
Birds are at 20.
Saskatchewan.
Yeah, no, they are having prayer. They do pray. And believe it or not, a lot of them do keep their religion after they pass. Somebody's having a party over there. Woohoo! Stay drunk. Oh no. This is a shame. Now this definitely somebody pushed over, because these things are so damn heavy. It's a very peaceful cemetery. A lot of people come in here to have their lunch during the week. Who's up over here? Is Rosalina here?
World is.
Is Rosalina still here? She's a beautiful spirit with bright red hair. Actually, Paranormal Enigma, another one you should follow. She does some excellent work in her house. She actually got a great screenshot of her. She wanted to be seen. Hey, Sammy G! Texas is in the house. Watch out. And I will just wander aimlessly. Well, it seems aimlessly, but I'm kind of following them, if that makes sense to you.
So that you said.
That screenshot was absolute. Both screenshots she got was absolutely amazing.
Oh, Rudio. Tomorrow.
The colors are the reality ripple. I don't know what the colors mean, but it supposedly picks up energy. If it goes off long enough, you can actually see faces and stuff in it. Oh, Donna's from California. Hello, hello. I thought you were on the West Coast. I just couldn't remember. No, it's not Guernsey Town. Mr. Pickles the cat. I love that. You just gotta remember, when you do this kind of work and you've never done it before, do not go into it with fear of any sort. No fear. Because that invites bad things. And then you're gonna be so afraid of doing it, you're not gonna get answers that you're looking for, and you'll tend to stop the session very quickly. You found a spot. Yeah, thank you so much for everybody for joining, gifting. So thank you so much for the swing. A lot of the cemeteries that I will go to during the day, I wouldn't touch foot in it at night. It's not safe. And I do this work by myself. I don't have somebody who comes with me, so there is no safety in numbers in that aspect. And I'm pretty sure the spirits will sit and just stare at me if anything were to happen. And I don't really want to become one of them right now. Who's in front of me right now? Yeah, I'm pretty sure you guys wouldn't save me being online. You'd be like, what the hell happened to her? Who wants to come forward and speak? Tarina Lepa 711. So do I have to send a gift to get an answer? You can send a gift if you want to, but it's not going to make me answer you any quicker. And remember what I said. I'm also looking around where I'm walking. So if you have a question, my mods will pin it for me.
We're 3 more.
And remember, there's 524 of you going on there right now. So have a little patience. Don't be rude. Because if you're going to be rude, you're blocked. I don't put up with that behavior. Well, worse at night is because of the safety issue. You don't know who's lurking in cemeteries at night. Now, there was a whole bunch of us coming out. Hell yeah. Let's go out to the cemetery at night. But I won't do it by myself. You know, I gotta remember, I'm a nurse. I've seen bad things. And I don't want to become a statistic. But I did that, I did Cemetery Hill at night. Only like until 10 o'clock. That was enough for me. And there were people walking around in there. And I was like, yeah, I'm kind of done with that right now. Are you really, Texas Ghost Realms? I am an ER trauma nurse.
Who's that bitch?
So imagine the stuff I see on a daily basis. Food. Well, okay. Well, the trees. All right.
The
So,
smart.
all right. A friend of mine actually found out that trees, because they are grounded, because they're actually in the ground, they also have a lot of food and nutrients that go, water, that goes through, how a tree lives. Water is a very conduit. It's a great conduit. Who just screamed in my ear? Oh, please don't do that again. They're a conduit of spirit energy because water enhances spirit energy. So that's almost like it's easier for them to gain energy to go around. So you'll see faces in there. And then that's also why, because some of them are a lot stronger, so they'll definitely light up these trees. Oh, Dudleytown. I would do Dudleytown not by myself, because you will get arrested if you do it by yourself. Well, I would get arrested if I did it by myself. Let me rephrase that. But if there were a group, hell, let's do it. I'd do Dudleytown. That'd be interesting. Yeah, I'm not a big risk taker. Well, then again, I got married twice, so maybe I am a risk taker. Hey, LPN, you know what? I hate that whole LPN RN thing. LPNs know just as much as a damn RN.
The gospel.
The gospel? What do you mean the gospel? Whoop. Am I stuck? Yeah, actually my screen was stuck. Yeah, no, divorces, you know what?
Are giving.
My first divorce, he left, found some woman on Facebook. See you, bye, I want nothing from you. Up. Yeah, but he ended up taking everything from me. That's okay. He can always recover that kind of stuff, so. Oh my God, yeah, I've seen so many. I've seen souls walk in with their bodies, and I'm like, oh yeah, they're dead. I mean, I will not say that out loud.
So I don't need.
I would not say that out loud. But I did have a massive cardiac arrest come in. Like massive. I've never seen somebody so gray in my life. And sweating. We couldn't even get anything to like stick to his body. And there was 4 women around him. And they are all dressed in black. And he was of, I want to say Mexican or Puerto Rican culture. And they were arguing when they were going to take him. So I had said to the doctor, I said, he's going to die. Because this doctor's rather new. He's only been a doctor for like a year or 2. And he looked at me, he's like, what do you mean? I said, he's going to die. Nah, he's not going to die. Guess who coded up on the cardiac cath table? And guess who died? He looked at me like I was, like he didn't even know what to think. Like, I told you. But the majority of the time, I never say anything. Motor vehicle accidents. We had a very young kid get hit and run. He had to be life flighted. I don't think he ever made it. Yeah, I've seen some ugly stuff. Ugly stuff. Hey, Sarah. It's very, very sad, Steve. Very sad. Oh, paramedics, man, they see it right there. Right there. I kind of see them with all, like, wires and tubes and stuff like that. And when you're in the thick of it, you don't think. about that aspect of it. You're thinking about, I gotta save your life, so I gotta get the IV started, get the blood, blah 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 blah.
Who are speaking?
Hey John,
Some of the
you guys follow Santa Paranormal if you don't already. Excellent, excellent, excellent person.
Time.
Excellent stuff.
enjoys it.
Oh yeah, when it's a child, oh hell, oh God, no.
The field.
That's I've seen so much of that, and I'm like, oh my God, it's heartbreaking, especially when you're a mother or a father. Oh, you work with animals, Tazzy Freak. Let me tell you something. That takes a special person, because I was the same person. Texas Ghost, thank you so much for the galaxy. When I was a child, I cried at Lassie. All right, I cried at Lassie. My mom thought I was friggin' nuts. I couldn't stand it because Lassie got hurt. And it didn't help the fact that I had a dog at the time that looked exactly like Lassie. Exactly. Oh, Darcy, he's fine. He's fine.
There's a lot of-
He crossed over immediately. Oh, I need to sit for a minute. Why do you keep saying police officer? It's not a police officer. You cry at Hallmark commercial. Well, little known fact, my husband's a big Hallmark Christmas person, and I've seen him shed some tears, let me tell you. And I just look at him like, are you all right? He's like, I'm fine. I'm like, no, you're not. It's so funny.
First, you can.
Oh. I know why they got quiet. There's somebody visiting over there. We'll go back over here. No. We'll go back over here because I do not want to interrupt if they are visiting. That doesn't mean nothing when you come out to be a nurse. And I want to let them know, you know what? It's okay. Oh, I'm good.
Grateful.
You're grateful? What are you grateful for? I did not understand that.
Tumors.
Alrighty, guys, so I want you guys to take notes of who I want you guys to follow. I love these creators. They are genuine. They don't... Paranormal Enigma. Definitely follow her. She does some work in her house with Haley. Western New York Cemeteries. She just recently is able to go live. So we definitely got to watch out for some of her lives. Ooh, I just walked into some energy. Who is here right now? Foul. Ooh. That was very sticky. Very, very sticky. Ooh. Strange, bizarre. No, bizarre, strange, unexplained out of Australia. Definitely go follow them. They're friggin' phenomenal as well. Am I lagging? If they didn't cross over in the desired end, I let them know it's okay. They can cross over. If they don't want to cross over, then that's okay too. You can't force them to cross over. I always say an extra prayer for them. If they're not fine, especially like if they're like, I could just feel it, but I never force them to. I always explain to them why they should go. All right, let me get back up over here. There's a lot of energy down there, and that does not surprise me. 70% down to 53% like that.
Yes.
So that's probably why I'm lagging over there, because I usually do not lag in this cemetery at all. All right, am I back again? Me? Who's me? What is your name? Beside me? It is. I literally feel like I'm walking in a damn circle, but hey, you know what? They literally will be like pockets in here. There's a lot of men here. A lot of men. I'm not picking up that many women here. Someday, Joe built. He's wearing a white Oxford, gray suit pants, and a gray vest to go with the suit. He walks with a limp. He's been following me around here. I just heard he's watching for me.
Eve.
Eve. There are a whole bunch coming up from there.
Happily.
Happily? Oh, come on, join the party. I'm good with that. Just don't touch me. That's all I gotta ask. And another sign I always take in a cemetery when I hear animals. Like right now, I'm hearing birds. I'm seeing birds. There are chipmunks around. There are squirrels around. Matter of fact, one almost ran over my foot when I first got here. That's how I can tell the energy's really good in here. I've been to some places where it got so dead quiet. So dead quiet that you could hear a pin drop. I had to get out of there because the energy got so bad so quick. Oh, there's somebody cleaning up the family grave. That's so cool. I love that. Weed whacker and all. No, Ghost2 Vox is an app you can get for your phone. The filter you see me using is Reality Ripple, which you can only use on lives now. You can't find it for a normal TikTok. There is something in front. Oh, no, I set my boundaries. You always have to set your boundaries. I set my boundaries. They are not allowed to come home with me. If they come home with me, they need to cook and clean. That is my boundary. Sure, you get the occasional straggler. They don't last long because I ignore them, and something is walking with me right over here. But like I said, go in with good intentions, and you shouldn't have any problem. Yeah, they're going to come to my house. They need to cook and clean. Nobody's going to be a freeloader at my house. Hell no.
Semantics.
Semantics. Yeah, exactly. Semantics. Oh, I always feel drained after going out. Always. There are times like the live I just did last week before I left for Florida. I was not that open. I opened a little bit, and I did not feel bad afterwards because that is a cemetery that I've had very bad things happen to me there, and I have to be careful when I go there. So I will not open completely, and I have extra help that comes in to help me. Yesterday? Ice? I don't know about you guys, but fresh cut grass is the best smell on earth. To me, it is, at least. Well, yeah, you don't want to mess with it. You know how many people go and try to mess with the spirit world and think, oh, you know what, they can do my bidding. They can help me. Oh, no. That's not how it works. You open up that can of worms, you will be going out with that can of worms. Because they're not going to bid for you. They're going to bid for themselves. Anything that has to do with satanic rituals or people who don't know how to do like witchcraft and stuff like that. Man, they're dangerous, super dangerous. Oh yeah, spread in a lake, spread in the mountains, buried in the ground. It doesn't matter what you do with the ashes. It doesn't really matter what you do with the body, because the body is separate from the spirit now. And let me tell you something, they don't care. They don't care. Not once have I ever said, I have ever heard, oh my God, they burned my body. No, they don't care. They don't care. We do it for the ritual aspect of it, for closure. So it's a lot more human emotions with that. Spirits, they don't care. They don't care. Yeah, exactly. They're asking for big trouble when they started playing with those things. A man just walked down that way, over by that white stone down there. Everybody can do this to an extent. Everybody has a little bit of this in them. It's just what you want. It's just if you want to explore it and you want to enhance it. I'm just lucky enough where it's gone down the woman's side of my family. Oh, you keep your lady in the living room? Honey, I keep my parents in their box at my house. They have been with me now for 30 years. No, definitely don't ever use a Ouija board. Don't even play with that stuff. That's definitely ordering stuff. Yeah, control. Exactly. Yeah, you can always improve your gifts. And it's literally like when you work out, you're building muscle. Well, you're doing a spiritual muscle building. That's all. I like the way it's so. Okay, well, let's change the subject. You keep your uncle in the sock drawer. I'm sorry. Oh, that's funny. That's cute. Hey, you know what? No, I do not do personal readings at all. I prefer to spend my time in the cemetery or in haunted places, whatever I come across. But cemeteries are it's my passion. Nah, I mean, people who are confident in reading people, hey, because you know what? If you come out of that reading, you didn't get answers, now you're going to think, oh, that person's a fraud. Because nothing is 100%. Nothing. Nothing is 100%. So why come in with big expectations if they might not be met? If something comes across and I know it immediately and I'm confident, I will tell you. I will tell you. Who's in front of me? Oh my God, I can't even talk.
My parents.
Your parents? Yeah, he's pointing right in this area. Are these your parents over here? He just keeps walking. He's just walking. Behind me?
Oh, my problem.
No.
I literally have 4 of them. No, now 6 of them chatting to me. I can't hear any of them because they're all talking at once.
Here.
Did you say you're scared? Don't be scared. No, he's off.
Friend?
I am a friend. I'm not going to hurt you. Hey. Interesting. Oh, seen a ghost? Oh, hell yeah. Oh, yeah.
I did my.
Oh, yeah, I've seen ghosts. Hey, you guys, before you block anybody, take a screenshot of their comments and send them to me, and then you can block them.
Make sure that.
Because we're going to have a little fun with that. You've seen your dad a few times? Oh, yeah. He'll come visit you. I don't feel my parents as much as I used to. My dad, I think, I don't know where he's at. Do I believe in God? I believe there is a higher power. I grew up Roman Catholic, and I do not believe in that religion anymore because all they are, for me personally, and this is not for everybody, so don't come after me. Me personally, all they want is money. That's all they care about, the almighty dollar. And don't tell me I have to pray to God in a building and give you tons of money, because that's not how it works.
Here. Has gone.
Has anybody seen God here? Here we go. Let's ask that question. Has anybody seen God?
Of all of.
Has anybody seen Jesus? I just heard no. Do you still have your faith? Do you still have your faith? It just said a little bit. It did get quiet. Whenever I ask about God or Jesus or Allah, anything, it gets super quiet.
You can ignore it.
Yeah, you can't ignore it. You're correct.
Yours.
I don't know why. I think
Here.
I've had a few that said they've lost their faith, and it's probably because they're stuck here. Why did it get quiet all of a sudden? Why is nobody talking? Oh yeah, they're just roaming around here. They're just roaming around.
Wait, because I.
Who wants to come over and speak with me? We just got a whole new batch of spirits coming right now.
Option one.
You'll fill in? Is Abigail here?
Oh,
Is there an Abigail here? And I know where Abigail is. Abigail's actually followed me home a couple times. She is a young woman. Old, young, like an older spirit, young woman. Red hair, freckles, long red hair. Like that beautiful ginger hair. She usually is down that way. She usually doesn't come up here, but she's come home with me a couple times and she's let her presence be known. She's in period dress, but she is not from this area. Have you, Danielle? Oh, that's definitely something. You know what? They will show up when you need them. Yeah, Abigail's a very, very cute young woman.
20.
But she doesn't want to move on. 20. Oh, there you go. No, the good picture is Rosalina. She's actually, I have posted a video, and she's in one of the screenshot videos. And there's also a beautiful apparition, beautiful, that was taken down in that area of a very slim, beautiful young lady in a light pink dress with long black hair, standing by one of the stones. Go through my screenshot. I forgot which one it is, but they're definitely in there. And what I do, I try to educate on what I see, what I know. You know what? There's differing opinions out there. You know what? It's fine. It's perfectly fine, but I like to educate. Let you know what? Your spirit never dies. Just because your body dies doesn't mean you die. Because remember the physics. Energy cannot be lost nor destroyed. It only changes form. Yeah, because they're taking my energy right now. That's what they're doing. That's why they'll talk more when I speak. Crystals. I'm not very good with crystals. I know there's one crystal that you have to have supposedly you have to have like a very strong personality to have it or something, but yeah, no. I would like to read more up on it, to be honest with you. I can definitely educate on that, that's for sure. But I love teaching. I do love teaching. And if I know an answer, I'll let you know it. If not, hell, I'll research it. And then I'll let you know it.
yeah.
Hey, Patricia, thanks for joining. Is amethyst good for anxiety? Yeah, I gotta look that up more. I would definitely like to learn more about that. All right, did you guys just hear the cough on there? There's a spirit right next to me and I'm smoking a cigarette. That's why they coughed. Now, okay. Right over here. Right there, where my tip of my finger, there's a face there. Take a screenshot and blow it up. And this, in the reality ripple is trying to form a person, because there is a person standing there right now. Yeah. No, they have personality. Yeah, they bring their personalities over with them. Oh yeah, there's a whole bunch in front of me right now. Yeah, you know what? My daughter did bring home a crystal for me.
I appreciate you.
You appreciate me? Well, thank you. I appreciate you.
Frank.
Hi, Frank. Oh, he's cute too. Oh my gosh, he's so cute. My daughter brought me home a crystal, and I would carry it with me in the hospital, and it could be mind over matter too. It made actually a big difference. And then I lost it. And the reason why I lost it, I think when I got my car vacuumed out, it got sucked up. So I hope that landfill has a good protection. So I certainly don't anymore. Tourmaline, that's it. Black tourmaline. Thank you so much, Dawn. It was a tiny little thing too. It was just enough to put in my pocket. What is the question that Catman asked?
Right.
Hey, Shelly, do me a favor. DM me that. I'll go in there. When I have time, I'll go up there. I'm always looking for new places to go. The worst car crash I've ever seen? Well, where I am, it's not so much car crashes as shootings and beatings. Car crashes, we'll get them, but there's a lot of internal injuries, so when you actually see them, they look fine. It's the internal energy, and well, like they always say, it's a car crash is not going to kill you. It's the immediate stop that's going to kill you. Oh yeah, when I was down in Florida, one of them said, "Can we mate?" I'm like, "Excuse me? No, we can't mate. I'm not a duck." What if they die on impact? The county coroner comes out and a medical examiner, and they do all their investigations, and then they handle the body. We don't see them. They'll even have paramedics that will call in to get the doctor's okay, or the trauma doctor to get the okay if they can call it at the scene, if they can't get a hold of their director or whatnot. Yeah, the baby area is down over the hill that way. I don't personally like going over there. It gets to be very emotional for me, so I can't be emotional really when I do this. St. Rose Cemetery in Newtown, Connecticut. No. Michelle, DM me that. Put that on. I'll do a little research, because I usually like to research before I go anywhere to see what's going on with that place. Oh yeah, it's always paramedics and ER nurses. We get the shit end of everything. But I wouldn't have it any other way. No, some of them will cross over if they die on impact. Some of them will kind of like be in shock and go, what just happened? Like, why am I seeing my body? There's always, I don't want to say always. Sometimes there are family members that will come and retrieve them immediately. They're spirit guides, because everybody has a spirit guide. Whether we choose to listen to them is on us, but they will, they'll come and retrieve them immediately. Be a paramedic, you gotta have a strong personality for that. You have to have a really strong personality and be able to go into it, because you're going to see some of the worst of the worst. Okay, you guys see it worse than we see it, and you have to develop a thick skin for that kind of stuff. You really, really do, because you will see some horrific stuff, and you will develop a sense of humor that's super dark. Like, if anybody follows these paramedics and stuff, like the sleepy paramedic, he was off for a little while. I don't recommend doing your, dark humor around family members or anybody who really can't handle it. And always have a therapist on speed dial, because a lot of paramedics I speak to sometimes need to talk to a therapist to kind of work through what they see and what they hear, what they smell, because you will use all your senses. It is the choice of a person or spirit to stay or go. Everybody has free will. You have free will right now. You carry that over when you die. You cannot change free will.
I did.
Norwich, Connecticut. Now, I have not been down to Norwich yet to do any of this kind of work. Like I said, I'm slowly making my way around Connecticut. It's usually when I have time or the energy to go travel a little bit. If they decide to go, where they go? You know what? They cross over into a white light, and that's it. I've never seen past that, so I couldn't tell you exactly what it is. But it's a super peaceful feeling. Like, you have never experienced something like that on Earth, ever. Oh yeah, dark humor. Oh, I come out with some stuff. Let me tell you something. But I will only tell people that I know that understand it. I don't just, oh, by the way, guess what? No, I don't do that. A lot of times, well, the work that I've been doing, a lot of them won't go because they don't feel they're worthy of going. They always say hell's on earth. And I've heard I'm burning, I'm in hell. I've heard that before. So I don't know whether it's an actual place or it's their own doing. It's a lot of people, and I mean a lot. Now you're talking like we have how many billions of people on Earth, whatever. I don't even know.
And tell me these.
A lot of people are materialistic. They attach themselves to physical items. Like, I've got to have the biggest house. I've got to have the best car. I've got to have the money. I got to have. They're only attaching themselves to. So if they're attaching themselves to materialistic things, they're attaching themselves to their body because that's what they identify with. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. It's hard to explain that. You've given up. Why have you given up? Don't give up. Oh, thank you so much, Pug Pup.
There was this.
Pug Pup. Yes, sorry. Yeah, I try to explain the best that I can so you can understand. I'm not one to pull out these big words and these, hard to understand. No, make it simple. I'm definitely for the KISS methods. Keep it simple, stupid. So.
Oh no, we haven't.
Oh no, what? Oh yeah, and also keep in mind, you guys, they can read the chat that's on my screen. Because they love looking over my shoulder. They love it. Alright, guys, so I think we're going to call this an evening. I am really tired right now. My phone is down to like 30%. And I got to get some stuff together before I start my new job tomorrow. But thank you so much, everyone, for joining. If you have screenshots, send them to ctghostrunner@gmail.com. If you have places you want me to explore in Connecticut, DM me or send it to my email. I'll be more than happy to check it out, and if I have time, we'll go. All right? So, but thank you so much. Oh, thank you. I hope I have a great day, too, tomorrow. And thank you so much, you guys. I enjoy every single one of you. I enjoy the questions, and I enjoy your company. And thank you so much. I will catch you guys on the flip side, and I'll let you know when I do my next live, all right? Take care. Thank you. Good night.